My name is Charlie McGrath, founder of WideAwakeNews.com, host on the Rinse Radio Network. The final push to divorce you from your freedom, from your sovereignty as an individual, the final play is definitely underway. And there's absolutely no hiding it. You have to be just a very minimalist when it comes to a student of history to see where we're at right now. At this point in time, 2014, with our individual freedom, the trajectory of the future of our freedom, and the people who are looking and working hard to divorce you of that freedom. Today, Scalia and Ginsburg were on the talk circuit talking about, these are Supreme Court justices, talking about the Supreme Court's role in determining the legality of the national or the NSA and its wiretapping, and the NSA and its spying on every single person in this country and on this planet. And I'm talking every single email, every piece of electronic data, everything you send and receive that can be captured and held and reviewed at a later date if it falls into the right kind of category. And the category is terror. It is fear. It's about selling this country and the people of this country on something that hasn't happened, based on something that's happened in the past, to divorce you from your freedom. It's absolutely ridiculous. You're punishing the people who are completely and utterly innocent for an abstract concept, something that may happen in the future. There may be murders in the future. So how much longer is it before we have to unleash some kind of campaign against every firearm or every stabbing weapon in this country, because there may be a murder in the future? I guarantee you there's going to be a lot more fatalities due to drugs, prescription drugs, illegal drugs, alcohol, than there's going to be from terror in the coming years. So how can a Chief Justice, how can justices of the Supreme Court come out and talk about it is not their job, as Scalia did in this interview? I'll attach to this one. How it's going to be the worst decision, the worst people to make the decision on the NSA and their spying program on the people. And his reasoning for the Supreme Court not being the place should decide this is because they don't know the level of the threat. The Supreme Court doesn't know the level of the national security threat. Now, this makes absolutely complete, utter nonsense. We are not governed. You are not governed because of the threat, the national security threat to this country. We're not governed. We're not going to have the governance be determined because a nation in the future might want to attack us. It's like Precog law. We don't arrest people because we think that they're going to violate a crime in the future. So Scalia coming on this program and talking about how the Supreme Court is the worst body to decide the individual Fourth Amendment freedoms of this country is utter nonsense, and it should terrify you, because these are the people who are the chief deciders in this country of what's constitutional and what's not constitutional. Your freedoms can be thrown down the garbage can because of a crime that hasn't happened yet. And Scalia in this interview talks about how it is a very egregious violation of your personal freedom when you go to an airport and you're groped from head to toe. But we have to do it because of the threat. He's talking about Precog. We have to give up our freedom because of a potential threat in the future. This is setting the stage. This is conditioning the people of this country to give up your freedom because of something that hasn't happened yet. And God help you if you fall into a category of rabble-rouser or belligerent actor, somebody who speaks out against the government or stands up to the government who is encroaching upon your personal freedoms. Because what's going to happen then is exactly what's happening to the folks in Nevada right now. If you don't believe me, just listen to the words of the representative of Nevada, Harry Reid, when he's talking about these people that are standing up for this rancher who's having his property stolen from him and has already had some of his cattle killed by the government. Harry Reid believes the people that are standing up to the authority, the so-called authority figures in Nevada, he called them blatantly, multiple times in a conversation, domestic terrorists. This is a state senator, this is a senator of the state of Nevada, coming on national television and saying that the people who are standing up for themselves against the government, even if they're wrong, people standing up to the government are nothing more than domestic terrorists. Couple that with the Supreme Court saying it's not their job to decide who the NSA can and cannot spy on. Fourth Amendment doesn't apply. Fifth Amendment doesn't apply. First Amendment doesn't apply. No constitutional amendment or no constitutional freedoms apply because of national security concerns. You better be concerned when you hear this kind of language, because it ends in one horrific way. Stasi-style police state, where nothing is sacred, nothing is guaranteed as far as your freedom is concerned, and nothing is safe. You are not safe in your home. You're not safe on your computer, your cell phone, anywhere. The government believes it has the right to dominate you from the second you wake up to the second you go to bed, and they're justifying it by using Precog, determining that you have no freedom because a crime or an event may happen in the future. Stories are attached. That's all I got.